Rick, tonight authorities tell us that they're getting ready to release a composite sketch and description of a new suspect in the murder of 9-year-old Angie Houseman, along with a sketch and description of a vehicle that may help give them information into the reasons behind why Houseman was killed and, of course, who committed the crime. Joining me now live is Colonel Bob Lowry, head of the Major Case Squad. And Colonel Lowry, you're holding the sketch back until Monday because you want to possibly eliminate this individual as a suspect, right?
Well, we've been looking at this for about a week or so, and right at the present time, the investigators are on the street. They're showing that composite. They're looking for the vehicle that was described to us by 4 independent witnesses. So right at the present time, we're not actually prepared to say that this is a suspect. We're not ready to release it, but certainly we'll make that decision on Monday as to whether or not we go public with it, and if we do, we're certainly going to give them a phone number to call and let us know if they've seen this man in the neighborhood. We think it's rather promising, and we hope so. The other thing that I think is very promising in the case is today we met with the FBI people in laboratory, which was arranged by Jim Nelson, the FBI. That proved to be very positive. We've always felt all along on both of the cases there was good physical evidence. We feel that there's very strong physical evidence in the Angie Houseman case. We've always felt that way, so we're even more convinced now. They've done an excellent job of providing us information. So we'll be moving in other directions now.
Okay, the picture of this suspect that you will release on Monday, is this a person you've questioned before, looked for before?
No, he is not a person that we've ever had in custody before, and I think to emphasize to you that we're talking to 4 independent people that seen him in the neighborhood, and we have not been able to locate him as yet, and it's very important that we do that. Again, the investigators are out trying to find him, trying to locate him, and to see whether or not he is a suspect in the case. And again, Monday will be the decision time as to whether or not we release it. We're evaluating everything that we have at the present time, along with the physical evidence, so we have some direction.
Would you call this a major break in this case?
I would say it's good. I wouldn't say it's a major break because we've had disappointments before in both of the cases. We're certainly happy and gratified that St. Louis County, that had their crime, has solved that case in St. Louis City. I think that we all worked together and the teamwork was very good.
You'll also be restaffing your phone lines, the hotline numbers.
Yes, we want to wait until such time as we have the proper staffing of the phones before we do anything at this point. So, and again, I think it's promising, but it's certainly not the conclusion yet. But I still feel very, very confident about the case.
Okay. Colonel Bob Lowry, head of the Major Case Squad. St. Anne authorities are still releasing a phone number that anyone with information regarding the Houseman murder can call. That number is 427-7789. Of course, Angie Houseman, the 9-year-old St. Anne girl who disappeared on November 18th after getting off her school bus. Her body was found on November 27th in St. Charles County. And we'll have more on this story coming up for you tonight at 6 and 10. Reporting live from Florissant, Kay Quinn, News Channel 5.
Authorities just hours ago released a composite sketch of a man who could provide a break in the case. News Channel 5's Ruth Ezell is standing by outside St. Anne Police Headquarters with the latest on the investigation. Ruth?
Well, Rick and Karen, News Channel 5 viewers got their first look at that composite on our news at 5 and 6. It is a sketch of a man the police say was seen several times in Angie Houseman's neighborhood, including on the day she disappeared. Now, let's take a look at that composite once again. It's of a white male, 38 to 45 years old, average height, stocky build, wavy brown hair, and deep-set eyes. He was seen cruising in an older model, faded blue, full-size sedan in good condition. Now, after that composite was broadcast, the calls came pouring in to the Major Case Squad's phone bank. Police are very encouraged by the response, and they hope that there will be leads that will help them crack a case.
Weathered means older.
I called up there just a little bit ago, and the phone was busy. So I walked up, and yeah, they're answering. One man's answering 2 phones at one time. It's given us a direction to go. It's, you know, it's the thing that we've been waiting for all this time. You know, we had a good idea before, but this nails it down.
Now, it was November 18th when Angie disappeared. She was walking home from her bus stop at school. Her body was found in a wooded area 9 days later. Ever since then, the investigation into this case has been described as agonizing and heart-wrenching by authorities, but they're hoping that the release of this composite, combined with some good forensic evidence they say they have, will help them lead them to the killer in the Angie Houseman case. Reporting live from St. Anne, Ruth Ezell, News Channel 5.
Ruth, have police said specifically why they want to contact this person in the composite?
They don't say specifically why they want to contact this person, but they were seen by several people. and it is believed that he has no direct affiliation with that neighborhood. So even if they do not believe he is the killer, they think he might have seen something that could lead them to this case. And he was also seen in the company of another man who may or may not be involved directly with this case.
We'd like to talk to him.
And we're getting a lot of calls already.
Ruth.
Thanks, Ruth.
Believe the fact that Angie's abductor didn't kill her outright is significant. They believe it's an indication her abductor couldn't bring himself to do it, either because he knew Angie or because he developed a relationship with her while he held her captive. Sources speculate that by leaving Angie in the woods alive, the abductor wanted to somehow absolve himself of guilt and maybe even blame police for not finding Angie in time. But the abductor delivered Angie to a death more cruel than anyone could imagine. The details fueling police tonight in their desperate attempt to find the killer. Jamie Ullman, News 4.
Police also believe the killer has talked about this crime to someone or that someone knows who did it. Investigators are taking calls regarding the murder of Angie Houseman, as well as information about the composite of the man wanted for questioning. Your tip could lead to the arrest of this killer. If you have any information, no matter how small you think that information is in this case, please call this number, 427-7789. The hotline number again, 427-7789.